I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
You definitely wouldn't have thought. A world-class idol like Taehyung BTS, who usually appears calm and classy, suddenly becomes the center of attention because he was yelled at. And not just yelled at, but in front of the public, at a big event, with cameras everywhere. What's more surprising is that the perpetrator wasn't a hater, nor a fanboy rival, but Bang Shiuk, a powerful figure behind the scenes of the K-pop industry who is known for being sharp and outspoken. But wait, behind this embarrassing drama, there's a twist that makes everyone shake their heads. Instead of hating each other, they actually collaborate. So it's like this. Some time ago, the Korean entertainment world was in an uproar because of a big event held by the giant agency HYBE. Yes, you heard it right. This event gathered many big names from the world of K-pop and K-hip-hop. And, of course, one of the highlights was the presence of Taehyung aka V from BTS. The event that was initially full of glamour and celebration suddenly turned very awkward when Bang Shiuk, a senior producer and a powerful figure behind many top idols, threw a sharp sentence that sounded like a direct insult towards Taehyung. Everyone was shocked. Even the audience at the venue immediately fell silent. Bang Shiuk made fun of idols who only rely on their looks but have no character. And even though he didn't mention names directly, his gaze was very clear at Taehyung. Now, here we have to stop for a moment and think, is this purely a spontaneous drama? Or is it actually part of a bigger strategy? In the entertainment world, especially K-pop, we know very well that image and issues can be marketing tools. The term is publicity stunt, creating something that looks like a conflict but is actually to boost media and fan attention. And in fact, after the incident went viral on social media, views, retweets, and searches related to Taehyung and Bang Shiuk increased drastically. Netizens were divided into two. Some were angry and called Bang Shiuk impolite, but others were amazed because Taehyung remained calm and did not get provoked emotionally. What made many people take their hats off was how Taehyung responded. In the midst of the heated atmosphere, he only smiled thinly and said, "What was just said could have been a joke, but what is more important is how we respond to it. We are not just humans who have to compete, but also support each other." Boom. A simple sentence, but very deep in meaning. This is not only about Taehyung's personality, but also shows an extraordinary level of emotional maturity. A few days after the incident, a clarification emerged from Bang Shiuk. In an interview, he admitted that the rude sentence he said was indeed part of a scenario that had been prepared to create a surprise effect, aka it was deliberately made to challenge the artist's mentality in public. But why Taehyung? According to Bang Shiuk, Taehyung is one of the most emotionally stable idols. I wonder how far he can keep his attitude when attacked in public. And it turns out, the results are extraordinary. Taehyung not only proved that he can stay calm, but even turn things around by showing a character that is bigger than just the image of a handsome idol. What made it even more exciting was that Taehyung apparently did not hold a grudge. In fact, he invited Bang Shiuk to collaborate on a new cross-genre project that would involve artists from various agencies under the HYBE umbrella. Yes, you heard that right. From the shouting incident, they actually made joint projects. According to early leaks, the project will combine cinematic visual elements, emotional storytelling, and experimental music that have never been done before by Korean artists. Why is this important? Because this project is not just about two people working together. It is also about how the Korean entertainment industry is starting to open itself up to collaborations across styles, across generations, and even across conflicts. Usually, conflicts between artists or producers are a chasm that is difficult to bridge. But here, we see that conflict can be a bridge to innovation. Fans are starting to see that there are other ways to solve problems, not through cancel culture, but through communication and collaboration. After the announcement of Taehyung and Bang Shiuk's big collaboration spread to the media, the atmosphere in the entertainment world changed drastically. From what was initially full of awkwardness and emotional conflict, it has now turned into a wave of enthusiasm and new hopes. Various entertainment media have begun to review more deeply. What exactly are they preparing? Many say that this will be an international project, considering that both have great influence, Taehyung with his global fan base, and Shiuk with his reputation as a cross-genre music producer who is full of experiments. An internal source from the agency revealed that this collaboration will not only produce one song or performance, but will most likely be a special mini-album, complete with visual art and a storyline that reflects the process of maturity, conflict, and reconciliation. And what's interesting, Taehyung will be directly involved in the creative process, from writing lyrics, visual concepts, to choosing choreography. In fact, Shiuk said in an interview, "This is not just a music project. This is a reflection project." And Taehyung has a unique way of translating feelings into works. With this scale and passion, the public has begun to compare this collaboration project to other BTS solo or subunit projects. But what sets it apart is the personal nuance and emotional transformation that this project brings. If this project succeeds in executing the message of emotional maturity, solidarity, and cross-border cooperation as they promised, then this could be one of the most meaningful projects in modern K-pop history. It could even open up a new format in the Korean entertainment world. Despite the many compliments, there are still some unanswered questions. Was everything really purely a scenario? Or are there emotional wounds that have not been discussed behind the scenes? Is Taehyung and Shiuk's relationship really that close after the incident? Some fans are still waiting for further clarification, especially from Taehyung himself, because we know he is the type of artist who is very selective about what he wants to share with the public. Now, the countdown to the release of this collaboration project has begun. Fans have started making fan theories, homemade teasers, and even predictions of hidden meanings that might appear in their music videos or official artwork. Entertainment social media accounts are also competing to create countdown content, because they know that this project is not only awaited by BTS fans, but also by industry players who are curious about the results of the work of these two big figures. If you think about it, this all started from one moment, being yelled at in public. But who would have thought? The moment that initially felt embarrassing actually paved the way for a big project that contained emotional and spiritual messages. Taehyung, who initially seemed to be the victim, actually turned into the one who controlled the story. And Shiuk, a figure who seemed tough, actually opened his empathetic side. This story is a perfect example that the entertainment world is not just about sensation, but also about transformation. And who knows? Maybe out there are more stories like this that are just waiting to be revealed. So do you think this is all really a scenario? Or is the universe showing that conflict can end with extraordinary collaboration? Write your opinion in the comments column. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss the continuation of this big story only on the K-pop news channel. See you in the next video. And remember, sometimes the hottest drama can be the beginning of the greatest change.